everybody? It's your girl, Sophie Soph. Back here on Sophia's Football Talk to, of course, react to Manchester United women blasting, battering West Ham women. Not one, not two, not three, not four, but five freaking nil. One of the critiques so far this season, especially when it comes to the WSL, has been okay, we gotta be a bit more clinical. We do create a lot of chances, but we don't, kill games off early or score enough goals. But today, we showed up. And I could hold you as a big support, of course, of the men's team as well. This season for me, as some of you guys know, it was I want to watch more of our women's team. I want to support more. And hey, that's exactly what we're doing. So when it comes to the men's team, the performances hasn't been there. It's been very lethargic. It's been very frustrating watching the men's team. But the women, Lord have mercy, I'm just sitting there like enjoying myself. It's lovely. It's lovely. And I advise that to you too as well. If you don't watch the women play, you probably should. Because you know what? It will help your mental health. I'll tell you that much. It will make you feel less stressed. Real talk. Before we fully dive in, though, to dissecting this game, of course, I want to, as I always say, make sure to let you guys know, give this video here a big thumbs up because the more likes we get, the more we're able to push this video out there for more people to see. Okay, we are still on the road to 3K subscribers. So let's make that happen, shall we? All right. Feel free to also join the FCT membership. Link is in the description box. Super chats are also available to send in, another way to support the channel, to help the channel grow, and all of that. But let's go. So, obviously, I believe earlier this week we did play Everton in a cup game where we won 7-0. So, off of an incredible performance in that game, even though I wasn't able to watch because, it's the coverage. That's something that we do need to get better at. We're like literally at the end of 2023. Even though I'm not in the UK, I want to be able to watch my women's team play as well. You know what I'm saying? I had to, invest into a VPN. This is not sponsored, by the way, but a VPN to be able to actually watch this game on the FA player, which is free, but obviously the VPN ain't. That's something that you are paying for. But I just want it to be a bit more accessible. That's all I'm saying. A bit more accessible. That's all. That's all. Because I wasn't able to watch that game, but this one, of course, I was able to watch. We had, Nikita Paris being able to, get a start after having a wonderful performance in the Everton game, where she did score a hat trick. So she was rewarded the start here, which obviously worked out because she did get herself on the score sheet. Somebody else that also got herself in the score sheet was finally Gaze. Okay, first ever WSL goal for her. And it was a great header, by the way. I mean, maybe West Ham could have done a little bit better when it comes to defending in that particular first goal, which came in within the first 3 minutes of the game. Either way, though, it was great to like start off the game early with the goal, right? Because often last few games now we do be scoring most of our goals, you know, in the latter stages of the game, like in more so second half, basically. And the second half, that's often where our goals do be coming from. But we were playing some great football, out from the back, da 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 da. Man United was controlling the game. Great first half, okay? Leah Galton with an offside goal in the 18th minute. Obviously, West Ham had to, make a early 20th minute sub. They had to make some early subs in the first minute with, sub as well in the 24th minute. I believe it was, as it was a head collision between Zealand and Asai, unfortunately. That was more so in the 30th minute. In the 42nd minute, we got a wonderful screamer of a goal from Millie Turner, the center back. Lord have mercy. I was like, yo, Millie, is that you, sis? It was. It was her indeed. Yeah, that was great. Okay, and then the 45th minute, we got in Nikita Perisco, like I said, with a wonderful delivery from Ella Toon. Even though Ella Toon didn't get herself on the score sheet, I ain't gonna hold you. Sis was playing well. She often had these key passes in between the lines to open up this West Ham defense. And she showed up. She looked very good. Obviously it was 12 minutes that had to be added on. Lots of minutes due to, of course, injuries. Mary Earps also had an early knock as well. She was able to continue the game, but hey, I was utterly, utterly impressed. Big up to Paul, hope you're doing well. Get the likes up, people. Get the likes up. In the second half, though, I would say I did feel like West Ham did get a little bit more into the game. There was some parts even in the first half after the first goal where our intensity wasn't completely there, but once the second goal came, I kind of felt like it was more of a wrap. I wasn't really concerned after that. I was like, you know what? I think this gonna be it. We're winning this. I didn't necessarily expect 5-0. It's lovely to see because I can't even remember the last time the lads scored 5 goals, let alone more than, three. It's been a while. But the women, 3 games now where we're scoring lots, 5+ goals. Insane, insane. But I love it. I love it. So the second half, though, like I said, West Ham got a little bit more into the game. There was some saves that Mary Earps, of course, had to make here and there. A foul on Riviere. I do want to say, though, I know sometimes there's been a little bit of, what should I say, some type of criticism maybe of her when it comes to defensively, but I feel like she held her own today. Hopefully, the knock that she did get to her ankle due to a very bad tackle from one of the West Ham players won't be too severe. She did obviously have to get subbed out within the 60th minute, as we did get a triple substitution with Melvin Mallard coming in, Lisa Nordson, and then Rachel Williams. All those three came in for Inata Miyazawa, Nikita Paris, and Gaze. Okay, um, so that's that. But they ended up being also, those subs obviously ended up working out because you got um, another substitution where in the 77th minute where Lucia Garcia and Gemma Evans comes in for Galton Turner. Um, but in the 87th minute, we get the fourth nil goal for Lucia Garcia, and then a Lisa Nordström assist, the great assist, and then the final goal by Melvin Mallard from a corner, Zellem assist. The sub definitely made a big impact at the end to just really put the final nail in the coffin for West Ham. Um, it was a good game. It was a good game. Big up to Ian says, do you think if we win the upcoming Manchester Derby, we will be in the title race? Ooh, that is a very good question. I mean, honestly, that was my next talking point. So the next game will be next Sunday from now, the Manchester Derby at Old Trafford, by the way. I wish I could have gone. That would, one thing I need to do, whether it be the sometime this season or next season, I do need to go and see the latest play as well. I have to. I have to. I'm tired of the club in general, especially with the hierarchy being, horrible. But the ladies, though, supporting them, that would be great. And playing at Old Trafford, come on, that's huge. That is huge. Um, but I do want to double check. Let me see here. Let me see in terms of how we're looking right now in on the table. Okay, so obviously our game kicked off. before. We're literally second now, with 4 points behind Chelsea. City, I believe they're playing right now at this minute, are they not? They are playing. Yeah, and Chelsea also are playing. It's second half to do. Spurs and Liverpool 1-1. Hopefully City can lose the game. That would be great. But yeah, so far it's looking good. City can technically go above us though, to be honest, depending on how this game goes. But either way, I almost want to say, to your question though, Ian, I think I might say we could be. We could be. Because seriously, we started off very much, the few games where we either won at the end with some late goals, but it wasn't like a overly convincing performance here and there. And there's been a couple of draws, of course, Arsenal, I think, and then Brighton as well last weekend. So there's been, you know, not really, and especially when it comes to WSL, it hasn't been, been a little bit shaky. But this performance today, and then you look at the actual table, it does look pretty promising. So if we do win against Man City, I don't know if it would be too early to say, but you could technically say that we're in title race. You could say it. You could say it. Why not? Why not? Why not? Because legit, this is looking good so far. This is looking good, but I cannot wait for that game. So we'll definitely do a live match reaction, of course, for that game as well. We'll probably preview that game ahead, a few days ahead as well. Talk a little bit about it and whatnot. But this performance was really good. I'm so proud of the ladies. They did exceptionally, and I do think that having a Nikita Paris start was very, important. Like if you're performing well, why not? Of course, in that midfield as well. Like when will we start to see maybe a bit more of Lisa Nordström? I mean, she came in, she made an impact. So hopefully we'll see more of her. But it was good. It was good. Very, very, very much of a good performance. But it'll be a big test, of course, against Man City. Um, Let me double check. How has the other what should I say, matchups in the Manchester Derby been before? Manchester United women versus Manchester City women. I just want to double check here. Okay, so oh damn. 27th of February last year, we lost 4-1. And then wait, is there not anything else? Let me double check here. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's see. Hmm. Yo. Okay, head to head. Okay. 2-1. We won 2-1 last season, and then it was 1-1 as well. So yeah, you know what? We could do something. We could actually do something. Yeah, Ian, I just double checked. We haven't lost to City at all, actually. Um, Last season. The one that I did see that we lost was actually pretty sure that might have been the season before then. But last season in particular, we didn't lose. We won and then we drew. So hey, I would fancy us to be able to do it. If I'm not even gonna hold you. I think we'll be able to get it over the line. Especially from having like back to back very great, amazing performances, both in this game, but of course in the cup game against Everton, winning 7-0. So that will add more like fuel. It'll add more confidence moving into that Manchester derby. So I think we might be favorites for that. I mean, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping, but I think we will. And I fancy us to be able to get it over the line. It'll be scrappy. It'll be difficult. I don't think it's going to be a demolition. Uh, it'll be a battering, but I will fancy us to win. Obviously, I'll say more in the match preview that I'll probably do next week sometime. late next week before the game, of course. But I am very intrigued, 100%. Um, legit, legit, legit. But yeah, it's important to, I know often, even though I've kind of mentioned it already, but like I said, Ella Toon, it is important to just mention, sis played well. Sis played well. There's been, some scrappy performances, been obviously here and there, how confident hasn't been fully there, but it looks to be that she's going more and more into it. I mean, in the Brighton game, apologies, last weekend she scored a screamer, which was incredible, of course. And then obviously in this game, even though she didn't get herself on the score sheet, she did play very well, very very well. Riviere, like I said, I wanted to mention. Um, Also, Leah Galton didn't get herself a goal, but she looked well. Zellum, Millie Turner, come on. Leticia, I mean, that's a given. Who else is important to mention? I mean, lovely to see Gaze on, getting her first goal. She definitely excites me whenever she plays. She looks very, very, very good of a player. And then the subs did as well very well. The subs definitely made it different. Of course, I already mentioned Nikita Paris as well. Very, very good. So, and I know that when it comes to West Ham and Man United, we often do have the upper hand with winning the overall mashups between these, whenever we play. So, but still, 5-0. Come on now. Big up to Alumba. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well indeed. And big up Ravi. Big up, big up. Guess is probably your best player, all right. She such a techie player. She just makes it fun to watch. The only thing that I've been maybe not slating, but been a little bit critical when it comes to her game is just being a bit more like the decision maker sometimes. Be a bit more, tweak that a little bit. That's it. That's all. That's all. That's all I want you to do. But hey, come on. Come on. Tulumbo says, glad with the goals, but some players were tired. Selim, for example. I hear you. I mean, still felt like it was more of a better game for her than compared to before. Oh, I'm sorry. Brentford was almost about to score. I have on the Liverpool Brentford game on the side here. The men's team, obviously. But it just, they played. Wow. Gaze reminds me of Salah as she gets involved in everything. I hear you. I think the playmaker role definitely in there. I feel like with Salah over the years, probably the last 2 seasons, he's got more and more um, of a creative role, not just like, okay, I'm just going to be the goal scorer. I'm actually also going to create. So that's definitely something that I like with his part of the game. Um, Big up Lewis, hope you're doing well. Yeah, Girls United team better than cities. I mean, hey, we are doing our thing. We are indeed playing our game and doing our thing indeed. Because the ladies, they showed up. They showed up. Uh, we really did show up. I ain't gonna hold you. Feel like is there anything else to mention? I think I've said kind of most of the stuff that I wanted to say in particular, but like I said, we'll save the most of the Manchester Derby talk to the preview video for next week. Uh, oh, Macy was at the game. Big up to Macy. She must have had a blast. Big up to her. Big up to her. But yeah, I was utterly impressed by this game. And may it continue. May good performances continue. Hopefully it can rub off to the men's team as well. Pause. Like, y'all can learn something, lads. Learn something. Okay? How you play as a team, how you play out from the back properly with intensity, how you actually see out the game, how you be clinical. Learn something because the men can't score for shit. They can't. Next up is Derby. Not too convinced with the way the midfield is set up. I hear you. It won't be easy, but I think we could get something out of it, though. I think we get something out of it. Oh, she has a season ticket. Okay, for under 100. Dang, that is dope. That's actually dope. I think it's important to be able to support more of the women's team as well. But it's important, like I said earlier on to those of you tuned in, there needs to be better coverage for the women's team because even though I don't live in the UK, I want to be able to watch all the games. But there's some games that I'm not able to watch, which is unfortunate. Today, because I finally got up myself a VPN, I was able to watch the game. If I didn't get have a VPN, I wouldn't be able to because it would only be available for those in the UK. That sucks. That sucks. This particular game, not every game, but some games. So that is annoying. That is very much annoying. Big up, Mr. Mommy VR. Big up, big up. But yeah, so I think we're just gonna end it at that for this particular um, live match reaction. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this stream. Make sure you give this video here a big thumbs up. I will probably take a break up until Wednesday. I'm actually gonna be taking the rest of the day to just plan the content for next or the upcoming week. Because now it's international break, at least for the men's team. Of course, the women's team, they're still going on, so we'll do some content for that next weekend. But when it comes to midweek, early on, it's not going to be as much. It is important to not force the content out there and be able to um, have some breaks every now and then. But I do think we probably might hear something about the whole Sir Jim Ratcliffe situation this upcoming week, maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. So if we get something cut clear in terms of those news, then I probably might be able to do either a live stream or just a pre-recorded video for that. So stay tuned. Make sure you share, subscribe. Once again, road to 3K subscribers. Let's make that happen. Okay, it's not that many days, weeks left of this year, so let's grow. Let's grow. But you have a great time, everybody, and we'll talk very soon. Peace out. Sophie's out. Bye bye.